Okay? There's no fairness. What they went through before the exam had already defeated the purpose of that exam. So they couldn't have been in their state of mind, their regular human state of mind, after undertaking such kind of dehumanizing conditions and the rest of that. So our argument, therefore, is that that exam should be set aside and another one should be conducted, where JAMB will have to take its time to put its house in order and make sure that logistics and the rest of that are properly coordinated before students are asked to come out and write these exams. You also have technical issues where in some centers, computers aren't working. The ones that were working were failing midway into the test. And you don't expect, these are children that are very impressionable. Okay, they should be proud of their country at that age. They should embrace and trust their country to deliver, you know, to them the dividends of being a citizen. And because they are very young and impressionable, whatever it is we throw at them at this level, at this age,
Evans, can you hear me?
It's a long way to determine how they will embrace the country's future.
All right, well said. I want to believe you can hear me anyway. I'd like to find out what your reaction would be as regards the education minister saying that the high failure rate in the exam was as a result of strict government anti-malpractice measures.
The educational minister really didn't get it right when he made that statement. I don't know why he was celebrating the mass failure. The students didn't do well. What you should be talking about is what were the causes, the remote and immediate causes for this. The last year they did better. Why did they do better last year? Why did they perform so low this year? What are the immediate causes? He needs to engage on research to find out the variables that change the course of things, the variables that change the outcome for this year. Those variables must be documented, properly documented, and they have to be used as the indices for future preparation for this test, for this examination. Higher institution is a big deal. Okay, education is the ornament of prosperity and refuge in adversity. The investments of a nation on education, on its citizens, determine the future of that country. So it is so important, it is so critical. I don't know why, when we come out to for elections, we spend more money to organize elections and to organize elections and all that and still mess it up. But when it comes to organizing education, we don't do much. We don't give it national importance and credence. We are supposed to give it credence and national importance, given the sensitivity and the legacy that education stands and bear in the country. So the minister should rethink and revamp it himself and the system. And then the registrar of JAMB must be called to caution, because I have seen how he's going about addressing complaints in ways that are not hospitable. We need to have a robust educational system that will deliver, that will give students, you know, the hope and aspiration and the dream they require at that age to, you know, really undertake this test and do their best and get into the higher institutions that contribute to the development of Nigeria. Okay. It is quite very critical.
All right, so I'm actually not sure if you're part of those calling for the sack of the education minister, but then, you know, JAMB has called for a probe over alleged technical glitches during the examination. And you're also calling for a cancellation and a receipt. Can this actually placate the situation?
Well, whatever it is does, it depends on how they go about it. The court will decide. The courts have the power, not the law, to set it aside. Okay? Because the variables, the evidence, you know, the empirical facts that ground that case, that warrant that it be set aside, is quite very clear before us. Okay? The level of injustice and unfairness that we're meting out on these children is not good for them at any stage. We should be able to equalize opportunities. Okay, that is what civilized democracies do. Equalize opportunities. Equalize opportunities will mean that all the details, you dot all the I's and the T's in the preparation for these children to have claim this opportunity to go to our institution. But yes, no, I've gotten over 80 phone calls today from different parents complaining from all over the country about what happened to their children, how they wrote the exam, the outcome. There was a lady that had over 265 or thereabouts last year, wrote it this year and got 155. And so many other cases, sundry cases all over the country. It tells you that something is wrong with the institution in question. Either its leadership is not prepared or there's something fundamentally wrong with that institution that organizes that exam. And because it is a gateway to our higher institution, we must address that issue. If it means we have to cancel this one and retake it, let them do it and do it proper and do it well. If it means they have seats, the students, who, whichever way it is, something must be done to placate the situation.
All right. Evans Ufeli, thank you so much for talking to us. We hope that the agencies will take this in their stride and do what is needful.